Welcome back to the Call of Duty Championships Asia Pacific Regional Final. I'm in Maniac, joined by Naked. We have a losers bracket round 2 matchup coming up next. We've got Avant Garde up against Integral. Naked, both two very strong teams in their own right. Unfortunately here in the losers bracket, but it's not over yet for them just yet.
Yeah, obviously they've still got the losers bracket run to go through, and we see teams come through like Dotters last year, who came through the losers bracket, sweeped it and took out the whole event. So they're not out until they're out.
That's exactly right. Now, there's been a lot of hype behind both teams. Avant Garde, they got taken out in their first round from the guys from XSIG, which was quite an interesting one. Not many people predicted that. Is that something you saw yourself?
I definitely didn't see that myself. After watching their games and then watching them versus X5 T1 just then, it's no surprise now.
And then Integral obviously looked very strong in their first series. Then, of course, in that second one, kind of got a little bit dominated there. I guess most people would have predicted that going up against Mindfreak. You know all about that squad. But going into this series, who are you feeling at the moment? You can see, obviously, on our screen that the viewers out there and all of our spectators, 64% to Integral. They're looking like the favourites. What do you think?
I think coming into today, everyone would have been the opposite way to Avant.
Yep.
But obviously Integral playing really well. Even against Mindfreak in a losing effort, they played really well. I think Avant might have the more composure. That's what's going to make it through these loser bracket rounds. We saw that with X5 T1 just then. I think the composure and the experience of COD Champs last year would have pulled him through a lot of those S&D rounds. And Benno as well. He's got probably more experience than anyone here for big events.
Yeah, well, both teams obviously have the experience. Avant Garde, of course, coming third at our last champs. The third place curse would go really well today, though, for them. Naked, obviously, we're battling it out for our third qualifying spot over to the Call of Duty champs. We've already got Mindfreak, and we just saw Exile 5 T1 get through. Naked, just your thoughts on those teams going through. I mean, most people would have predicted it, but what's your take on it?
I'd say, yeah, I agree with you completely. Most people would have predicted it. I'd say I would have predicted it as well. They're both obviously the strongest two teams today so far. The night isn't finished yet, so we'll see who becomes the overall strongest team.
It's going to be very exciting to see who gets through. Both of these teams playing for their lives right now. One team is going to go through to the third qualifying series. One is going to be eliminated right here, right now at the end of this best-of-5 series. Starting things off, we're going to be going into Hardpoint on Solar. Now, I've got a little bit of experience with both of these teams. Avant Garde looking very, very strong, but Integral, especially in the last few weeks, they're putting all the practice in. Their hardpoint is also looking very, very strong.
Yeah, well, we saw, pretty sure it was Hoju going off in that the hardpoint bio lab, and then we've seen Bunda obviously following up. And Volside got a lot of kills as well, so if he can repeat that effort, I don't see them having a problem taking out this map.
Yeah, we're going to be kicking things off here with Bundo, captain of Integral. This first hard point here in the pool is obviously always hotly contested, as it is on most maps. It's always that mad scramble, more of the TDM before they rotate and set up for that second hard point. We're seeing Bundo up here on top of glass. He's opened up with a couple of kills already. 2-0, tries to make it 3. Instead, he's trying to spot his teammates there. There's a player down here on the street, takes him out as well. And as you can see here, 10-4 in the very early days. Now, both of these teams, Naked, they know how to play this map, obviously very, very well. What kind of setup would they need on this pool hardpoint? On this pool hardpoint,
it's very tit-for-tat trades, people coming in from everywhere. So if you can get the lead in this point and even make it like a convincing lead and going into the next hardpoint, pretty much you want to just sort of get some points that you can and anchor up that next hardpoint and start to really pull away.
Yeah, and as you can see here on your minimap, they're obviously all converging here, but it is in control of Kui at the moment. We'll go check him out. He just jumped up on top of glass. He was under a little bit of pressure. This hardpoint is, of course, about to rotate, and we'll see how these guys set up for the next one. It is actually Avant Garde. They held the scrap points there right at the end, and obviously they still rotated very nicely to this street hardpoint, but before you know it, Naked, teams have evened up here, and now you've got the guys from Integral in front.
Yeah, it's pretty even all over the kill feed. Obviously, Avant now moving into that hard point, they really want to get ahead. They've obviously had a really bad start to this weekend, and then they need some win. At least Integral have a win behind them. They're sort of confident about today. They need to get that momentum to start pushing them further and further, and that will really help them play.
Integral were very nicely positioned in this B Street hardpoint, but all of them went down just a little earlier as we saw AV taking control once again, but Vilesider coming in with a vengeance before he was dropped. Hopi also challenging this hardpoint, but he also gets taken down by Bundo. Dean, Quint, and Benno all picking up kills there. We'll jump over to Bundo as he's going to be cruising down the street here for these scrap points, trying to clear it out. Gets the kill there on Benno, up high, gets the two-piece on Kui before Hopi's going to shut him down.
What you'll notice just then, if you're looking at the minimap, they did get the last scrap points, but that forced them to spawn back at the car park spawn, and they spawned so far away, so they might have got 4 or 5 points, but they might have ended up costing themselves an easy 20.
Which is going to be a little unfortunate for them. Not so much for these guys from AV, as they are nicely positioned to just take this lead now. 58 to 34 at the 7-minute 30 mark. It's looking very good. Vilesider in here to try and clear it out. He picks up 1 kill, tries to go for 2. He does indeed take down Benno. It is now contested very much so by these guys from Avantgarde. Hopi's in here. Dean just got taken down. Benno's joining him as well to try and clean it out, rocking these SMGs. Quinns comes in to take up a big 2-piece here. Clean it out, follows it up with another kill on Kui. That's almost the team down, and there it is. The team down to Quinns there, followed up by taking him down. Dino, he's going to keep it going, though. He's on a mad streak. That is a 5-kill streak here to Quinns from the guys from Integral, and he set these guys up for a very nice comeback.
Yeah, well, it's been very, very tit-for-tat. Obviously, they're bringing it back now, IN, and really now this car parking lot, obviously, the hard point is just so much where you can just grab about 40, 50 points if you can control it well. So this is the one, I think, in both rotations of this spawn, that they'll obviously be able to generate most of their points.
Yeah, the car park one is the one where if you've got it locked down, it's relatively easy to hold it down most times anyway. Then again, not all players are up against players of this caliber. 80 to 55 is our score at the 6-minute 30 mark. Quinn's gone to work with this barrel. He follows up with a 2-piece there. Nice work by him. It is still contested here right now. Hoju from Integral coming in, gets 1. He's going to be dropped though, as there are a couple of players coming in from AV very aggressive, but Bundo was going to clean it out before he himself got dropped by Kui. Still about 20 seconds or so left in his hard point before it rotates. Kui looking down the street with the barrel, shutting down these lanes. Exactly what he needs to do. Dean and Kui both picking up kills though, so AV still getting the points here. It was cleaned out for these final scrap points. Bundo is going to be getting them, but they're setting up for the rotation down in the purple, the bottom left side of your map. Vilesider down there, getting shut down. Big gunplay happening here as Dean is still going to be in control of it, picking up the points where they need it. They're about to crack triple digits, so there it is, 100 points to the guys from Avantgarde. Dean's still here, unchallenged, but as I say that, they're all converging on this hard point. He was smacked in the face by an angry Quinns, and Bundo's going to follow up a kill before Quinns gets that 2-piece. He was on the 3-point streak before being shut down by his teammate Vile. These guys are walking away with it. What do Integral need to do to come back here, Naked?
They really need to just keep up in the kills. They're starting to fall behind now. Obviously, Bundo, the only one positive, but doing really well in his own individual game. They're starting to fall behind the kills. And Hardpoint, I've said this before when we casted the online finals, it's a very kill-based game type. I think 90-something% of teams win when they get the most kills.
We have said it perfectly, and as you can tell by your scoreboard there, these guys from Avantgarde just picking up the more kills. Look, 20 kills to Dean, 20 kills to Hopi, and you've got some nice kills there to Kui as well. As we said that, though, we did see some nice slaying power from the guys of Integral. Now, you're going to be seeing this hardpoint rotated back around to where we started here in the pool. All these boys, that pre-fire from Vilesider, I was just hoping for that player to come around that corner. Hoju was in position. He was taken down. Benno now trying to hold it down. He's getting the long kills out there in the computer room, and he's trying to find another player coming through. Not going to have to worry about though. He does need to watch his flank though, as Quinns was able to pick up the kill. Dean able to get some swift revenge on him though. Hoju now trying to hold it down and get some points back for his team. It's currently about a 30-point or so game, so it's not a blowout by any means, but it just seems very consistently that AV seem to be in the better positioning, and of course having this better slaying power.
I think they started to pull away with that lead at that car park hill, as I said. If they can do that again, this one, if for IN, I'm saying, if they can do that, they can bring this back no problem. That's where it's going to be, that's where we're going to see the big difference come in. If Avant are going to keep extending their lead by then, or if it's going to just close back in, IN might pull ahead in that last hard point.
It's going to be interesting to see. You've got Kui backing up towards that car park. Benno now, he's going to be contested for these last scrap points. Now they're setting up for the rotation back over to B Street. And as we saw, the guy that went right up to that car park side, he was going to be trying watching the flank. That's Kui watching the streets as well. But there's going to be 2 players here contesting for position in this hard point. That was going to be Hopi coming off best there. Tries to follow it up. He does get 2 points. He's on a 3-point streak right now, Hopi. He's got back up by Benno, who's going to be in the hard point with him. As I said that, Benno was dropped. Hopi going to get the revenge for him though. Tries to get the turn, but he's going to be shut down there. Dean taking down Vilesider. Quinns also picking up the kill. We're going to be on with Dean from the Avantgarde squad. He's got a couple of teammates backing him up, but now we see the scoreboard starting to walk away in favor of Avantgarde. We've got 170 to 90. Naked AV looking very strong.
Yeah, well, as I said, look at the kill feed. Only one positive is Bundo, and he's got a lot of kills to his name compared to the rest of his team. But yeah, they're just really walking over in the kills department, just outslaying the other team, taking that hard point to theirs, and then obviously they're going to have to run to the hard point. It's easier when you're obviously up in cover and fire, just shooting at people running at you.
Yeah, in these last couple of minutes, it seems to be a little bit tit for tat, but it just seems that the guys from AV have been able to capitalize on the kills they get. They're almost double the score of the Integral team. AV looking incredibly strong. Vileside, he's going to try and buck the trend though. 2 minutes 40, not impossible, very hard for them to come back. We'll see if they could pull this one out of the hat. Hopey in a nice position there, holding down the hard point. There's still over 30 seconds left in this one, so they're going to go to work to hold this down. You can see all of these players converging on it. Hopey in a nice position, was just outshot there. He was taken down. As you can see, kill feed, red and blue, both lighting up, but it's AV, as I've said, who's getting these points.
This is very interesting. I obviously wouldn't have predicted this only because Avant got peaked pretty hard by IG in the hard point, the very first hard point.
Yep.
So I would have said maybe Integral were the better hard point team, but obviously after this I look completely wrong. The game's not over yet. But they're just really outslaying the other team. They're a lot louder. We can hear them behind us, and we can't really hear IN yet. So we need them to pick up their game and maybe a bit down from their last series.
Yeah, well, if you've checked out these AV guys, they're looking a bit slim. They must be hungry because they're going hard into this hard point. 196 to 118, just under 2 minutes left. Again, the guys from Integral, they can come back. Not very likely at this stage. They need to pull out some magic here. Vilesider tries to kick things off with the bow down the street here. Long shots out, and he's got those suns out as well. Just trying to get control of this car park hardpoint. And Naked, if they can set this up, they might be able to set themselves up for a comeback, but right now we're seeing AV in charge of it.
Yeah, they can only really let about 10, 20 points go before the game's already over. Obviously, by point-wise of not being able to come back, but the game is really already in such a good position. Avant really anchoring. I think the difference for them has been Kui playing on the anchor. He might not have as many kills as the rest of the team, or he's pretty close still compared to Hopey, but he's been anchoring better. He's been getting them the first rotation off that spawn. He's been the first one there and winning it for his team, and that's a big difference there.
Can I just say, he just died twice in a row, but Hopey, 41 kills, 15 caps to his name. That is some ridiculous stats right there, and he's going off on the stage. Hopey bringing it 120 to 235. There's no chance of these guys of Integral coming back, so we're going to be seeing map 1 of this losers bracket round 2 series go to the guys from Avant-Garde. Not done yet though. These guys are going to be trying to lock it down, and it's really important at the end of these games where there's not enough time for a team to come back, for the losing team to keep going.
Yeah, well, obviously, it's pretty much they're playing for nothing right now. All they're playing for is their pride, get a few kills, get some momentum up. But really what they need to do is scrap the map, basically go back to the drawing board. They got S&D now. It's a different game type. They need to change what they're doing and make it obviously what they need to do.
Yeah, of course. 244 to 135. It's going to be interesting. It's going to go down to the clock, or if they're just going to get these final points. Integral trying really hard to make it go down to the clock, which at least is something for them. But these guys from AV are trying to let them. It looks like they might actually reach their point mark, and indeed they do.
He almost got 50.
That was insane.
Hopey just dropped 49 kills, and he was about a millisecond off getting the 50th.
Hopey, he's a freak, man. He's gone from, he was a former Halo pro. He's gone into Call of Duty. He's adapted so well. He went absolutely off in the Australia qualifiers, 49 for 33. He got the 3-point streak there at the end. 16 or so caps, I think it was, to his name. 17, actually. 17 caps with 49 kills? What?
I've heard that he's even better at uplink too, so hope he won Kobe.
I hope he won Kenobi all right. These guys, as we could go through the stats right now, you can see it was pretty much one side. It was very kind of hazy at the beginning, but Hopey leading the charge, 49 kills, 36 apiece to Benno and Dean, and Kui rounded off 33 for 24. 1.38 KD is nothing to sneeze at, and with 5 caps to his name, all these guys played very well as a team at the other side of the scoreboard with 138 points. You still see positive KD to Bundo. He's, as a captain, he's trying to carry it for his team. Vilesider, Quins and Hoju unfortunately couldn't replicate that, but look at the caps as well. They were there. As you said previously, it was just about those kills.
Yeah, they're really heavily outslayed. There's about 10 negative and half of those players there, so you just can't really get in and get those kills, and then you can't grab any points, obviously. That's the big difference. They were probably doing as well teamwork-wise. They had the half point, it seemed, as many times as they did. They just didn't hold it for as long, and I really think that was a factor from, obviously, Kui anchoring. He did really well, but you had Hopey just getting so many kills. They didn't have a chance to get any kills to themselves because Hopey got them all.
Hope you're going huge for his team. So that was our first game of this losers bracket round 2 series of Integral up against Avant-Garde. AV take it fairly convincingly, 250 to 138. Up next is going to be game number 2. S&D on Biolab. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the Call of Duty Championship Asia Pacific Regional Final. We're in losers bracket round 2 of Avant-Garde up against Integral, where we just saw AV take out the first game on Solar pretty convincingly against this Integral squad naked, but it's obviously going to S&D, quite the different game, non-respawn game type. Think we'll see a bit of a mix-up here?
Very well could, obviously. It's tit for tat. Anyone can take it. Avant should be steamrolling with momentum there, and Hopi, he's the hype man for the team. He always pretty much has been, and if he can keep that up, there's no problem. They should steamroll this, really.
Well, they were looking very, very strong, obviously able to outslay, but we did see by the number of caps by the Integral squad that they were quite objectively focused.
They were definitely in the game. I just think, yeah, as we said 100 times, they were just getting outslayed completely. Just even, you'd say, out-anchored by Kui. He was bringing them to spawns at the start of every hard point, and they really didn't have to work for it, whereas IN had to completely push in every time, just push in, and they never had the chance to sort of set up and slay them off and get those kills back.
Yeah, obviously with that slaying power, not too much of an issue in the S&D game type, and obviously following this, we're going to be going into a uplink on comeback, so that would be quite interesting as to what happens there. But with that said, S&D on Biolab, not my favorite map for S&D, but these guys, both teams, I've watched them both, they go pretty well here. S&D probably favouring again the AV squad, not just because of that first round. They just seem to be playing a little bit better with their S&Ds. I mean, Bundo is just going... sorry, I apologise. Vilesider and... gone again. Benno and Hopi have been going really, really well with their S&Ds, whereas Bundo and the guys, not so much. What are your feelings on the individual players in this one?
Well, what's really funny is this old Avant team is made up from Vilesider's old team, and really they all came from Halo, so he taught them S&D, so
yep.
Either he'll know how they play or they'll know how he plays, so that's going to be really, really interesting to see if they've picked up trends of teammates they had for a long time.
Well, it's going to be very interesting to see. These guys are getting it started up right now. It's going to be an amazing contest. Well, as we've said, the loser of this series is going to be eliminated, whereas the winners go through into that losers bracket round 3, our next qualification series. I'm excited. You pumped, Naked?
I'm extremely excited.
Let's do it. All right, we're going to be following Hopi from Avant-Garde at the start of this S&D. These guys are going to be on the attack over the Benno. He's got the bomb in hand, and they're making a big push towards this A side. And we're going to be seeing Hopi run and point, but he was taken down very fast by that nade from Bundo. But Bundo taken down as well. We'll cross back to Benno, trying to make a move to put this bomb down, and he's going to be putting it down very, very fast. You can see on your minimap, these guys, we've got one player coming through 5 here. It's going to be Vilesider, and he does get the kill there on Kui, but the bomb has been planted. You've got a 2v2 situation now, Naked.
Yeah, well, this map really, you need to know how to rotate. If you end up dying off the start, sort of how Hopi did, you need to learn how to rotate. Teams start to stack up on one side, and if you can be the better rotating team, you'll end up taking that round, and obviously that round down now to Avant, obviously got the bomb down straight away with Benno. I just think the team that ends up, if you end up failing pushing a bomb site, some teams react, some teams don't, so they really need to, as I've said again, rotate better and obviously figure out where their opponents are going so they know, okay, I've killed this person, this is where the other person is.
So what would you have done if you were Integral in that situation? AV obviously got that A plant down pretty fast. They were up in the players, like 4-3 for a minute there, as Hobie got taken down pretty early. What would you have done different?
I probably wouldn't have done anything different. It's really hard to say in that position. When you see a sort of a definite hit at that bomb site, you need to sort of keep one person making sure they don't rotate, and the rest sort of need to get over there with nades and whatnot, and as many things you can to stall that bomb site out until you know that they have to plant, then you can commit the kill.
Right, so we've got Vilesider from the guys in Integral running the bomb for them. We saw a trade-off here of Kui for Hoju. So we've got a 3v3 situation here. We're going to be chucking on that COD vision just to see where these players are. You've got Hopey just on the outside there towards blue. One player just outside purple here. Vilesider being challenged. He pops out. He lost a teammate. That was going to be Bundo getting dropped, but Vilesider able to take out that player, Dean. But he is left all alone right now. Hopey and Benno still alive. Two of the strongest players on Avant-Garde. These are two players you don't really want to go against on your own. You got one player in there in it red, and the other player flanking around the outside here, just down towards that uplink spawn. And he needs to really watch himself there. One player on either side of the map. He's in a good position if he was going to rotate towards A. He's going to be trying to find this player, though, before he does. And look, just perfect positioning by these guys. What are your thoughts here, Naked?
Oh, he just missed him several times looking at him, and that's the COD timing for you. And obviously, doesn't pick up that kill. I actually was thinking he's picking up the kill. I hope he's playing really, really well, so it doesn't surprise me that he did pick up that kill.
I'm going to be a bit honest here. I don't know how he didn't get that kill there. Vilesider really should have picked it up. He had the ASM-1. It was trained on him. The shots were a little bit shaky, and Hopey getting the turn with that bow. Nasty stuff. Hopey going big here, and he's just on fire from that last game.
Yeah, well, obviously he's going to keep that going. That was a big kill then. If that went to a 1v1, and obviously anything could have happened, and a 1-1 game is a big difference to 2-0, so every round is key.
Every round is key. So 2-0, as you just said, where they're going to be on the push now. Back again towards A. We're going to be seeing how these guys on the defense act. We've got here Bundo with the scope. He's got it trained. He's got the variable zoom Morse. Players just jumping up and down in front of him, taking his time, hesitating a little bit there. I want to watch him just a little bit longer. I think he's lost his chance here. We'll jump over to Dean, who's got to make a move with this bomb, and indeed he is. Hopey, the first player to be dropped. Hoju made a move on him. Two players just outside of 5. You've got one up the back there in blue, and look at the rotations here. Quinn's been taken down. Benno and Kui both getting kills, but Vilesider to shut down Dean. Before you know it, you've got another 2v2 situation. Benno getting tags there on the player, which I think that was Hoju, and he's got more tags again. Hoju still being able to survive there. He is the only player left alive. As I say that, he was dropped there. So 3-0 before you know it to AV. We both said that AV looked pretty strong. The first round was convincing. S&D, very different game type, but you wouldn't know it going into this.
Yeah, well, as well, we saw Bundo. He had 3 penalties he could have shot, but at the same time, he knows there's 3 players there. He could have definitely called out that they're at that bomb site and they could commit to it. So at the same time, doesn't really need to shoot the players if you can call them out, but if you end up picking one up, it might have been easier.
Totally agree. We're going to be jumping over with the guys from Avant-Garde as they are on the attack. They're also ahead here in this S&D 3-0 series score, of course, 1-0 in favor of Avant-Garde. These guys from Integral need to really answer back here if they want to stay in this game. Otherwise, the Bill Wall hype train might be shut down pretty early. So Vilesider here is trying to get those nades out towards the back of purple here. He wants to make a move. Benno, the first player being shut down from Avant-Garde. These guys from Integral trying to make a move here. There's going to be one player just outside. Let's see what he can see. Crossing over to Dean, we're going to have Twins on the far side, but he's going to be flanked by a very sneaky Hoju. So Integral actually looking pretty good in this game, in this round, sorry. As I say that though, Bundo got dropped, so we've got a 2v3, not impossible. And look, the nade goes out there. Hoju really needs to watch himself there. But as I say that, Kui, the only one left alive, he's in here in Biolab. He's going to have a 1v2 situation. Kui needs to go in as this bomb has been planted. This play out the window, he gets it, needs to turn. That was a really smart predictive play. If that player was still in Biolab, he's rotating around towards Elway there. Is he going to spot him? Is the question. 15 seconds left. They need to make a move, Naked.
Yeah, well, Hoju's playing this really, really well. Kui did really well to get that shot in headshot position, but it's too little too late. The time's been taken down all the way, and Hoju's going to pick up that round, and they really needed that.
They really did indeed. So we're going to be having a round score of 3-1. Integral here are going to be getting on the board. So that was some really nice work by those guys. It's it's always good when you're a little bit behind for those few rounds, so at least get those points on the board. Swings the momentum a lot of the time. Not sure if it's going to happen this time because AV really looking overall just really, really strong.
Yeah, they've been really, I think they've been playing as the better team at least. They've been obviously trading off kills and picking up the kills and saving their teammates, and it looks like IN aren't really gelled in as good of a team. Maybe that comes from experience. Those three players on Avant, besides Dean, obviously, have played together for a long time. They've played at the top level a long time, and obviously it's showing that they're pretty much carrying through what they've done in other games and using it together.
These AV guys really liking this A plant. They go for it again. Aggressive push by Quincy. As I said that, he was just shut down, but there were two big kills on the defense here as Benno and Kui, the only ones left alive. Benno does have that bomb in hand. He needs to watch the player. There's two trained on them from Blue and one over there in 5 who's going to be just peeking out. Excuse me, that's Vile's side of there. He's going to be running back into 5, just watching it as the bomb carrier has, of course, rotated because Benno is now the only one left alive against this squad. He's going to be looking down ice towards 5 here. He's going on a bit of a crazy rotation here, as you kind of need to do. 1v3 is not exactly a good situation.
As we said, the better rotating team wins. They're obviously all rotating together, so I doubt that all three of them are going to get picked up at the same time. But Benno is doing really well to get behind him. He's just got kind of unlucky that he hasn't really seen anyone in the back. But because they're doing a really awkward kind of unorthodox play, all three of them are running through like crazy.
This could work really well for Benno here. Now everybody, just be really quiet just for a moment, because this is a big play. All right, so Benno's got it down, bomb is down. How he plays now is vital. He just get one player. Second player just popped out to him.
Oh.
I thought this was being set up for a big play. He was able to get it down, but there's plenty of time for these guys to get to the fuse. So Integral is going to be taking their second round in this one. Your round score is going to be 3-2. I was really feeling it there for a minute with Benno.
Yeah, well, if he did end up getting away from that kill and running away, that still would have stalled another 5-10 seconds, and he would have been left in, I think, another 1v1 situation with a player, and the other one needed to sort of make his way to the bomb site. So I think he had a really good chance at it. That's what they needed, 3-2. They needed to get back into this game now. They're right back into it, 3-2 or 0-0 or whatever. It's the same thing. They just got to keep steamrolling rounds, and obviously they've got some momentum with them now.
Integral on the attack. Now they've done the defense. Let's see if they can do the attack. Hoju has the bomb in hand. They are going to be making a move, at least to start with, towards B. But you've got two players on the south side of the map over in 5 there. It's kind of an interesting way they've run this. You've got two players back in red from the Integral squad. What do you think of the positioning? Can you just explain to our viewers and everyone in the crowd here what the kind of setup that these guys from Integral are trying to do here?
I think they're really looking for a pick. They're hoping that Kui or someone who's close up is going to make a mistake, poke out, and get a bit anxious that obviously no one's poked them yet. And then they'll start to push that bomb site together. As I said, that's the rotation. So if they ended up picking up Kui, they'd probably move to A, or maybe they'd even double it and move back to the other one, thinking that everyone else will rotate. So they're playing it slow, which makes me think that they're scared of Avant's defense. They're worried. They're stuck into playing Avant's game. I was saying those first 3 rounds. Quincy sort of changed that when he ran up and rushed the defense and made Avant scared of their game. So they need to sort of have a bit more confidence. That's what it looks like to me. They're not as confident in their own game, and they're worried that Avant's going to push them and whatnot.
Yeah, well, Avant it worked really well. Avant have done well to get inside of Integral's head, but with that said, Integral played it really, really smart. They got those kills, and before you know it, Hopi's the only one left alive. I might actually just jump over to him from the AV squad. Hoju still needs to put this plant down. He's watching it with the bow. He knows that they're probably making a move towards B, and in fact, it has been now confirmed. He needs to watch a player run out of purple. There he was. He would have just spotted him. He needs to watch himself. There's another player in purple jumping up high, coming for the flank. Hopi just wasn't able to watch all angles, and now Integral have tied this up 3 rounds apiece. Naked, I'm going to be honest, I didn't expect them coming back. After they got spanked in that first hardpoint game and then they were down at the beginning of this one 3-1, they've now evened it up at 3-3. This could be a major momentum shift.
Yeah, well, I really see someone off defense here pushing really hard, so I wouldn't be surprised if you see Quincy or someone else trying to keep them king, because on their defense, that's what the rounds they mostly lost, and they were pushed back into their spawn and sort of the bombs just put down. They watched them, waited for someone to poke and killed them. So what happened was Quincy ran up, took those 2 players down early. They're going to be worried about that now.
Well, we're going to be seeing another push towards B here. And look at this, the setup from the guys at Integral. Really nice. Hoji just looking towards the snow here, but that movement just wasn't working out for him. Hopi, though, going to work, picking up the big 2-piece with that bow there. So we've got a 4v2 scenario, and they are on the attack. The bomb has been planted at B. Hopi still going to work. That's Quinn's taken down. He was just taken out by Bundo, though. A little unfortunate for Hopi, but he's gone 6 for 6, and he just went huge for when his team needed it, you know. And even KD is nothing special. In S&D, it's quite good. but he did what he needed to do at the time, and AV obviously take out that round, 4-3, 2 more, and they'll be taking this map.
Yeah, he picked up the 3 opening kills for his team, so obviously he went and pushed hard, obviously pushed that defense. When they had a pretty pushed up defense as well, they weren't sitting back, they were trying to sort of take control of it, and they really just got paid for it, actually.
Yeah, they really did. So we're going to be seeing these guys from Integral on the attack. They've been getting their points on the defense, so it's going to be interesting to see what they can do. I'm going to keep an eye on Bundo. He doesn't usually run OBJ for his team, but he usually does run point. And with that Moore's variable zoom, I wouldn't be surprised if he's able to pick a few faces. There's one player just inside of 5 there, and he spotted him maybe just at the last second. I don't think he did, because he's gone back over to focus on the entrance into purple. Oh, this is so close. Very interesting to see how these guys act. Vilesider with the bomb. He's also rocking that variable zoom. Tries to get the shot through the glass. He's going to be dropping down into red again. He is still carrying this bomb. A minute left in the round. These guys, again, are still biding their time. And you can see here, Vilesider and his teammate Bundo were just sticking together. Bundo, there's a player just outside on top of green roof. There's a player also just dancing around. This guy is stuck between a rock and a hard place. It's Kui. He needs to watch these Integral guys. There's one in bio, and just outside of him, it's going to be one player coming in. Look at this.
He's doing it smart, exactly how I would have played it. They don't know he's there, so all he has to do is wait for 1 or 2 lined up, and you'll kill them.
Be very, very quiet.
There you go, exactly.
I'm hunting. I'm hunting high end. These guys going crazy right now. That was such a smart play by Kui. I feel he could have really capitalized more on that, though. Let's be honest.
I think he got very unlucky that the other player ended up running out of the door instead of just sitting there on him.
Yep. So Hoju's going to be able to get this plant down over on B. There's only one player left alive, which is Benno. But if anyone can do a 1v2, it's probably Benno. He's going to be up against the man himself, Bundo, and Quins as well. As you can see, both of those players from Integral did rotate out, but we're going to be seeing a nice scope here to finish it up. 4-4. This might be going to a game 11 naked, because both teams looking strong in this. Again, I'm surprised, but these guys from Integral are really bringing their A game right now.
Yeah, that was really well played by Kui. That is actually how you'd play it. Most people would just shoot the first guy and end up getting killed. He got unlucky that he did get killed by the other guy. I thought maybe he might have had a silencer in there. Yep. I didn't know because I couldn't see it on the gun, but I thought maybe he had a silencer or something. We was going to wait and pick out a few, and they wouldn't know where he was unless they watched the kill cam. But he got really unlucky to sort of not get 2 kills there.
Yeah, it was a little bit unlucky for him. Benno now, he's going to be trying to change the luck that these guys have had in the last few rounds. He's going to be chilling here on top of the green roof. And he does have the bomb in hand. A couple of players running point, though. That's Hopi going to be dropped early. But Hoju and Quins both take a dive. But look at this. Before you know it, Benno's the only one left alive for his team in a 1v2 scenario. He got one. Can he follow it up with that second one? He really needs to watch himself. He has plenty of time right now. So in a 1v1 scenario, expect him to kind of play this a little bit slower. But as I say that, he's running straight towards A. And look at this. The guys from Integral, Vilesider, he's gone for the big rotate. It's going to be interesting. We'll watch Vilesider and see how he reacts here after that A plant goes down. Benno running into 5. These guys are going to run into each other. Literally a dance around each other. Vilesider is now going to be going down for this defuse. It's a whether he's going to go straight for it. Benno, let's go check out his screen right now. He needs to stop this. I'm not sure if he's going to be there in time. Vilesider in a very nice position. The long range shot's out. But it looks like the guys from Integral were able to clutch that. The timing there. I reckon if he was rocking the barrel, he would have been able to shut that down. But Integral able to clutch that one. Only another second is all Benno needed. But with that said, Integral are now 1 round away from the win. And then if they do, this will even up this series 1 apiece. Going to be very interesting to see what these guys from Avantgarde can do to shut it down. You've got Integral on the attack, though. What we've seen so far, generally speaking, not too good on their attack. So this is going to be one of the most vital games in this map. So these guys slowing it right down here. Look at this, a cohesive push from all of these players right now.
Actually, we haven't seen that from them yet. We've seen them very spread out, obviously waiting for the pick, but this is the first time we've seen them do this. So this is going to throw Avant completely off. They were not expecting that at all, and I think there might be days from that dance that Benno and Kyle just did.
Dino was shut down there as he tried to push in. You got Hopi up on top of the cap. Smart positioning there. Not so much by Quins as he was dropped. But Hojo and Bundo both picking up kills here. Kui, the only one alive from AV to keep his team in the running for this map. He's rocking the bow inside of purple here. It looks like he's going to be dropped. That map is going to be going to Integral 6-4. What a comeback in the S&D from these guys.
I don't think either of us expected that. We saw 3-0 and we thought, yeah, it might go a bit close now, but they're still going to pull away. But obviously they just went crazy ham and just decided to pull those rounds back. Bundo went huge, 11-6, so the Bill Wall's repping hard here at APAC.
He really is, and the whole team is coming up big right now. As we're going to have a quick look at the stats here. You did mention Bundo right now, 11 for 6 with a diffuse to his name as well. Coming up clutch for his team. That was some nice work by him. Hoju as well, the 1.17 KD and the plants to his name. He did have 3, of course. So that was just overall a really nice work by these guys. Looking at the other side, though, 1.4 KD to Benno with 4 plants. He was really putting the rest of his teammates in his backpack for that one. 1.13 KD to Kui. Hopi and Dino falling a little bit behind on that one. Not really what you see out of Hopi, but then again, his I guess his preference would be those respawn game types.
Yeah, he's obviously really, really strong in those games where he can obviously just keep pushing people. And as he did in the hardpoint, he gets to just push, push, and push. And with uplink next, I think that's going to favour him. But has the momentum now swapped after a convincing hardpoint, a convincing first 3 rounds, and then completely the other way for the rest of the game.
I'm still kind of in shock how they were able to switch their momentum so far. Obviously, as something as big as the Asia-Pacific regionals, there's a lot of headspace being cluttered at the moment. They really need to get their game right. And when you get, it was a pretty convincing win in that hardpoint, 250 to 130 something, and then obviously 3-0 down. Credit to the guys from Integral for being able to swing that around, because that's intense.
Yeah, that's big composure. That's the difference between you going to LA and going home, really. It's if they were down 2-0, that's hard to come back from. And 1-1, it's the scoreboard's even. That first game doesn't really matter now. They need to win the next 2. And knowing that they don't have another hard point is probably a positive for them. And knowing that there's another S&D, they're probably thinking this is really good for us. If we could take another map, we have another S&D up our sleeves, and we can pull it off again.
Well, both teams are obviously of a high enough caliber to make it to chance, but only one is going to, as at the end of this series, one team will be sent packing, and the winner will go through to play for our last qualifying spot to the Call of Duty Championships in LA. It is 1-1 here in this series of the Losers Bracket Round 2, and up next we're going to have Uplink on comeback, so don't you guys go anywhere.
Trace of the night on the way back down from the sky where you left my soul. Can you help me fly? I can't resist, 'cause you have got a hold on me and all these thoughts.
Welcome back, guys and girls. We're here at the Call of Duty Championship Asia Pacific Regional Final presented by Xbox. I'm in Maniac with Naked. We're here into Game 3 of Losers Bracket Round 2, Avant-Garde versus Integral. We just saw Integral come back from a 3-0 down up against these guys of Avant-Garde. And of course, they also basically got spanked in that first hard point, but they came back really, really strong, Naked.
Yeah, they obviously hit back really well. They were getting dominated in the hard point, dominated in the first 3 rounds of the S&D, and pulled back the next 6 rounds, and only that 1 round in, they really changed it around. A lot of big 1v1 kills and whatnot, and it sort of seemed to all gel in, so let's see how it goes in the Uplink.
It's going to be interesting. Obviously, Uplink, a very different game type to what we've seen, obviously, as everyone would know, new to AEW. And I guess Uplink is one of those momentum shifters as well, because a team can be S&D, non-respawn, they can be down in that. As soon as it switches to this Uplink, players like Hopi are just going to be standing out. So whether these guys from Integral can keep it going, not too sure. Going to be very interesting to see.
Well, at least the difference between this and hardpoint is this isn't kill variant. It isn't based on how many kills you get. You can just, as long as you throw the ball in and get the ball into the satellite in to the Uplink zone, pretty much you can start to get those points, and you don't need the kills. We've seen IN beat Trident, I'm pretty sure it was, and Vilesider was 9 and 30 or so, and they won pretty convincingly.
Yeah, we're seeing here Vilesider going straight into the spawn of the opposing players. He's going to be looking here towards Glass. That uplick still hasn't moved just yet. We're seeing Bundo and Kui both taking a fall here. Still going to be following Vilesider as he was just taken down there by Hopi. Quinn's now trying to make a move with that drone. He did throw it out there. And look, we're going to be jumping over to, let's make it Kui. He does have the drone in hand as well. He needs to be running back past the uplink spawn point. Decides to rotate back around. He's got some teammates supporting him here. So he's going to be trying to make a move. There was a player just beside him on the wall. He probably prematurely threw that drone. His teammate was there to back him up. But as I say that, Bundo was hiding in Glass, and he is going to work here. Bundo, 3 for 1 at the moment. He's got that 2-point streak rocking the bow. He's going to be trying to back up his teammate Vilesider, who just got dropped. But Kui takes a fall in return. He's going to be trying to make a move now. But no, Hopi is going to be very quickly shutting that down himself, running through Glass right now. 5 for 2. And these are the kind of stats you expect Hopi to pick up.
Yeah, and just to touch on when he threw that ball, I only figured this out today because my team told me. If you throw the ball when you have no shield, you pick up and you regenerate a new shield. Your shield doesn't regenerate if you're shot with the ball. So for anyone that didn't know that, I only found that out today. So if you pick up the ball after you've already lost some shield, you'll get your shield back. And that's obviously what he was trying to do.
Interesting to note for those who don't know. So now we're seeing Hoju from Integral trying to make a run now. They are behind 0-2 as AV got those first points on the board, but before you know it, it's all squared out with 2 points a piece there. Heavy tags out coming from Hoju before he was shut down by Dean. Hope he was trying to make a move, but nearly all players down from Avant-Garde. Expect Integral to be able to capitalize on this, and indeed they are. Quinn's now running with that drone. He's running straight past that wall there into blue. Tries to pass it to his teammate. He did miss there, and he's running into a couple of players in the spawn point there. And as you can see, it lit up red there as Hopi and Dean both picking up kills. Dean able to pick up the 2-piece. Hopi surely can capitalize on this now, running back through Glass. It's going to be a player running point for him. That's Hoju up ahead here, clearing the way for his team. But as I say that, he was shut down this push. So let's jump over to Vilesider from Integral. Once again, running towards blue. Very scrappy so far, and we see that strategy that you were just talking about, Naked, as he's picking up that shield there, tries to make a run, but the player up top, which is Beno, trying to shut that down himself. He's gone 6 for 7, not too bad, but he's now taking a run with the drone, trying to capitalize off these kills.
Yeah, I believe this is going to favor Avant. They're definitely on the weaker of the spawns. You can easily cap a lot of 1-pointers from the other spawns from the middle building. So, caught and picked out of the air right in front of the uplink zone. So they really need to start putting being ahead on this side, because there's a lot of easy 1-pointers the other team can get on the other side. And that was another good 1-pointer. That was a really good comeback from them just then.
That was just all Bundo right there. He has some great movement in the game. He was able to dash up, pick up that drone, and then run it back for his own point. So it's a very small lead, but a lead nonetheless, and that's all you need. So Bundo putting him in the lead by 1 point. 3 points to 2 with 1 minute 40 left in the half. Vilesider here has gone to work. Quinns does have the drone in hand. He's going to try and go through. Smart play there. Saw the player jumped out. He was stunned. He knew he couldn't get it, so he goes through for the 1 point, 2 point lead here. The best these guys from AV can do if they get one drone is at least just to square things up. Still not too bad for Integral, but with that said, Integral just setting up these relays now.
Yeah, well, those 1-pointers are really going to make a difference near the end, and they're playing really, really well. I like to notice that Hope is picking up where he left off on the hard point, getting all those kills for his team, but it's not really helping them win at the moment.
No, it doesn't seem to be. These guys really need to capitalize on their slaying. Integral, as you can see, fairly evenly matched with the kills. And look at this, these guys getting angry with the smackdown from Hopi to even things up at 4-4. But these guys from Integral not really getting the kills, as we've already discussed. Hopi trying to go to work with the ASM1 here into Glass. He pushes in. There was a player in the corner. Bundo taking a fall there before Hopi himself was shut down by Vilesider. He's looking from up high here on top of Yellow. He gets the assist there. The drone is in at power. He gets the few shots out, gets the tags on the player trying to make a run. That push was eventually shut down. We've got Hoju now with the drone in hand. Just under 30 seconds left. Still scores, still tied right now at 4 apiece. Naked, what are you taking from this game so far?
I'd be very happy if I was Avant right now. They were looking like they were not out of it, but they look like they were getting outplayed for about 3 or 4 minutes, and they end up even in this game because they scored the first and the last points of the game. And going into what I would say the favourable half, where you can get those easy 1-pointers from the middle building, I see them taking this one, not convincingly, but pretty well.
Yeah, as you've said, we saw the guys from Bundo and Integral, bit of parkour coming from Quins at the end there for that two-piece, but these guys from Integral, the way they swung around last time, it was interesting to see if Avant-Garde could do the same. They were looking pretty weak at the beginning of this, but as you said, able to come back, tie things up going into the second half here. I'm really expecting a momentum shift now from these guys.
Yeah, they need to get back in it. They need to play from ahead. I think Avant plays their best when they're ahead. They're making other people play their game, and that's pretty much with all teams, but especially with Avant, if they can be ahead, they're going to play their own game. They're going to get confident. We hadn't really heard Hopi as loud as he was in the hard point since, so you'll start to hear that if they start to pull away.
So keep an ear out for those guys. Kiwi picking up the first kill in this half, taking down Quins. Benno followed up, but so is Bundo and Hoju. So it's very even, the kills here, but who's trying to capitalize of it? It's going to be Avant-Garde. Benno in a nice position here, and he does go through with 2 points, and this is exactly what we've discussed. They've learnt their mistakes from that first one. They've tried to adapt, applied them immediately at the beginning of this second half, and they're able to get 2 points almost immediately, and now setting up for a relay with Hopi.
Yeah, well, as I said, they're on the strongest spawn easily, and they're showing it in the first minute, really. They're just, I thought they were shooting in the air then for more like celebrations, but they obviously were shooting someone that I didn't see.
Yeah, and as we see there, a team down from Avant-Garde. So, guys, what we're going to do here, they do have the first points at the beginning of this match, 4-8. We're going to go quickly to listen in and see the communication from this team.
All good, right there.
Bottom base. He's our base, kill me. He's our base, kill me.
I got him. I got. No, dude, hold you one shot. Nice. Dude.
Another one more. Gun for ball.
Sorry.
It's all good, bro.
Unlucky.
Nice, let's go. Standing on the ball.
Mid, shooting me.
Done.
Carl's mid.
Mid, got me, Carl. It's one, Carl mid.
Carl dead.
I spawned up a green, you can tell sandbags.
To the base. One's on the top. No, the mid, join the ball, mid the ball.
Nice, bounced in, nice bro, yeah. Shit, man.
To the base.
Where is he?
They're all around blue. Just keep slaying. One's trying to 08.
Sandbags.
I killed
Sandbags
08.
got me, he's got a battle sandbags.
They're mid straight, to their mid straight.
To me.
I got reset, keep slaying. I got reset.
The base said nice, good shit. Let's go.
One more.
The back base.
Back base. Oh no, wait, back. He's
Can't
just
see him,
watching
bro.
me coming out the back door. Minor. Oh.
I got one. The back blue, can't get him.
Ah, fuck, it's there.
I got stunned, bro. To their mid straight.
Tag.
Nice.
Nice, keep up the pressure.
They go on glass.
Wait, one pushing out mid steps, weak. And
Dead.
balls in glass. And last two,
Top
come.
base tag.
I just made a stun, you didn't, Kevin.
The glass tag. Billy, going bottom glass, I think. He threw it.
He threw it.
He's
He's
on the door.
grabbing ball again.
Tag.
He's weak.
One more there, Billy.
Let's do that,
Play live. He jumped it.
He's up top. He's stunning him.
I'm stunned.
4 down the mid. I think.
Top glass. One glass.
He team killed.
One last
push
week.
it now.
Very weak.
I got one glass, that's two dead. Ball and one more.
Ball's mid tag.
He threw it.
He went into mid, let's do that. Bottom soccer
One
glass.
there on ball. One in mid.
One mid, last one mid.
Mid. Carl, last side.
Stand up.
Now, Naked, there was quite a big shift in momentum between both of these teams here. 10-8 is your score with 2 minutes left. AV, they were finally able to pull ahead again. They've got it by 2 points, but Integral answered back really strongly there to even things up. Didn't expect it. We thought AV were going to walk away with it. Still have to leave with only 2 points, though, but a minute 35 left. Integral could still get this.
Yeah, I'm seeing the next person that scores. Obviously, if Avant can put one away, they might take the win for sure, but there's a lot of Integral Nation guys moving to this by 1 point, but obviously dying in the middle, that's not good. That's an easy 1 pointer if Benno throws it through.
Let's see
He's
if
going
he
for the
does
2
there.
and
He's
3.
gonna be greedy and that was really unfortunate for Benno there. I mean, if these guys from Integral are able to get 2 points to tie things up, I think Benno might have paid the price for his team there in this map. So it's going to be quite a pivotal point if they can do it. Vilesider drop, just avoiding bombs left, right, and center. He's doing the doing a bit of a dance to get through. And look at that, he does play the smart move, getting the 1 point. Now they only need one more to at least tie things up here And we're over with Dean now, gone 24 for 21. He's on that 3-point hot streak right now, gone towards that uplink spawn. The player around the corner was able to pick that up. Hoju picking up 2 big kills before being dropped himself. So Vilesider now trying to make a move here. And he's gone straight for that point. Indeed, he does dive through. So that's going to be these Integral boys taking the lead. And as I discussed just before, if Benno got that 1 point, this would be even money right now instead of Integral being ahead.
Well, not only that, they scored off that mistake. So a really, really big mistake, and just missing that last one there. It's 20 seconds left. All they have to do is stun and nade around that the uplink area, and they're safe.
Yeah, it's quite unfortunate for this AV squad. Not done yet. I have no idea how Dean was doing some Matrix stuff there to stay alive, get the smack down before being shut down himself. Benno, let's see if he can recover for his team. He's gone for that long-range throw. Was going to miss it, though, and it bounces back over into Power. Quite unfortunate. We're going to see Integral take a nail-biting uplink, 11 points to 10. They now have the series lead, 2 points to 0, 2 rounds to 1, sorry. I just did not expect that at all. And Integral looking pretty strong there. But I really feel like rather than Integral playing amazingly well, which they are, amazing players in their own right, I feel like that was more so AV mistakes.
Yeah, well, we've seen Quincy in that exact same situation take the easy 1-pointer before it was even a lot of flack. And they had the lead. They, as you said, if they were next to score, they'd have a 3-point lead. They would have been safe. That mistake turns into a point from Avant. It turns into another 2 points, both from Vilesider and Monaad. Scored in both those points against his former teammates. He obviously didn't do well in the kills area, but he got the most uplinks for his team, only trailing Hopi on the other team. So he did really well there, and you feel like they lost the game for themselves there.
Totally agree, Nick. And as you can see there, Bundo, the only one going positive for his team, but it's not when it counts, when you can see the uplinks across the board, very even. Whereas on AV, you're only seeing 2 players there with the points, 6 and 4 to Hopi and Benno, respectively. So I guess it was just Integral, may not be outslaying, but just outplaying in that uplink game. And that may come into play here with our next game type, which is going to be CTF Retreat. From what you've seen from both these teams so far, do you think either team have an advantage going into this one?
Really, who wants it more? As you saw, Avant probably should have, could have, would have won that game, but Iron never gave up. They had about a minute left to cap those points. They made the right decisions in their plays, as you said. They didn't make the mistakes and ended up winning, so I couldn't tell who's going to win. I've been calling it wrong every time I've done this so far, so I'm not going to say anything.
I'm on the same wavelength as you. This could really go either way. So, guys, make sure you don't go anywhere. We're going to be going into Game 4, CTF on retreat of Avant-Garde versus Integral right after this break.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you.
Welcome back to the Call of Duty Championship Asia Pacific Regional Final. We've had an amazing series here of Avant-Garde versus Integral, where Integral are now in the lead in this series, 2 rounds to 1. We're heading into a CTF on retreat now. Naked, we both couldn't really pick this one. At least let's have a talk about some of these players here. There's been a few standouts in my eyes. Before I get to mine, let me know, who do you think's been standing out in this series?
Bundo for his team, definitely. He top scored the hard point in a pretty convincing loss. He top scored the S&D almost with a 2 KD, and he just top scored that last game kills-wise. So he was the only one positive, I think it was, as well, when they won. Yeah, but they still won as well, and he's positive at all 3 games. So we're going to be looking to him for them to keep that up and take out this last map, or this could be potential last map for the team.
Bundo, just a player that keeps getting better and better. My standout's been Hopi. You know, he dropped it a little bit in the S&D, but in these respawn game types, he's just been going huge for his team. Just, excuse me, just off stream, we saw the guys of Ignitions, XSIG, come through to take out Trident. So they will be playing the winner of this round in our last qualifying spot for the Call of Duty champs. That is a big win for that New Zealand team.
Yeah, well, they took a good 3-0 win to Trident, who many people predicted to be either the winner or one of the top 3 teams here today. They're the first team to qualify for a regional in the world. So that's a big upset, I'd say, and obviously a really good standing for New Zealand. Again, they had a pretty good performance last year coming fourth, and they're obviously looking to up that this year.
So just to confirm, that is XSIG making it through, taking on the winner of this series here of Avant-Garde versus Integral. Trident being knocked out of our Asia-Pacific regional final. Getting into this game, CTF on retreat. We were following Hopi as he was just shot down there. His teammate, Benno from Avant-Garde, he's got the flag in hand. He's trying to make a move here. He's going down the pool side, and he's got a few players to his left covering him, but they didn't cover the flank, unfortunately, as he was shut down by Quins. He himself was then in turn dropped. Hoju, he's now here at the bottom of the map, going up into the top of Hotel, trying to make a move. There are 2 players below him, one of the stairs, but it's going to be Hopi able to come off best in that. Both teams trying to make a big push here. Everyone on the bottom side of the map here, and obviously these guys from Integral spawning down here as well. And you'll see there Quins fighting off the guys from Avant-Garde, but Benno able to pick up the flag before being promptly dropped himself. Now we're going to be seeing these guys off the spawn and how they move. We've got Hoju, the only player from Integral in this attacking position. He's going to find an angry Kui being shut down there. Bundo also taking 4 Quins, finally mixing it up for the Integral squad, taking down Hopi there. We're minutes and 20 seconds into this game, and not much action with the flags yet, as both of these teams are just vying for position.
Well, as we obviously casted the Australian online qualifiers together, Josh, we noticed, and I said this as well, people need to be pushing this pool side. That's the way that the spawns work. That's what you want to be doing. And we've seen a lot of the inexperienced teams doing the wrong thing, sort of not knowing as much of these teams. And you're looking right now, they're all pushing the pool side. So obviously, these teams are a lot more well prepared than they were back then with a couple of weeks of crack now. You'll be looking for the team who really can dominate that, whoever's got the better sort of slayer or the better person that can hold down a squad. And you'll be looking to Kui, definitely for Avant, to be anchoring, and then probably for, I couldn't even tell you for Integral, but I'm going to just say Bundo, even though he's slacking a bit, I think he'll pick it up for his team, and whoever can win this pool side is going to win this game.
Considering how vital that pool side is, Kui has been doing an amazing job of anchoring and shutting down that lane. He's been making a bit of an aggressive push there before he was finally taken down by Bundo, but that was quite a pivotal play by him, at least just to shut down the big pushes by the opposing squad. We're seeing Hoju now. That was a big play by him to shut down that flag as well, and he's hopefully going to be taking down this play as well, get some heavy tags. He was able to follow it up, Hoju, bit of color, but he was able to stay alive there and pick up that kill on the defense here with this ASM-1 going to work, taking down Dean. Kui making a push before being shut down by Vilesider on the defense before he himself gets taken down. There's an aggressive push here by Hopi and co. Hopi just got taken down, so did his teammates, so all those AV players were shut down. That push just basically died there, but Kui now doing the sneaky play. He's going to be rotating around. He's on the stairs here, needs to watch himself, gets the shots out on the player. They're going to know roughly where he is now. He's going to be picking up that flag, rotating back around towards this pool side, and this is the kind of push that we were talking about, Naked.
Yeah, well, we didn't expect this push. This is the push that you don't really want to be. You don't want to be on the slow side. You're going to give yourself bad spawns if you spawn up. And yeah, as you can see, if you look at the minimap, they're going to take the flag pool side. They're going to have one person to contest with as long as they got this return, which they did. And now they've got 1 or 2 players they'll have to deal with, and they should be able to get this flag because they ran it the right way, as long as they can get those kills.
Yeah, we just saw the push there. It was shut down, but Vilesider is going to be keeping alive for Integral. As I say that, Benno able to get the kill, and also the return. Benno breaking double digits, 11 for 9. He's on the 2-point streak here with this ASM-1. Going to be trying to make a push on this pool side. One player is going to be jumping up here. He just needs to watch himself here. He's just on the other side of the wall there, and he does pick him up. That's Hoju taking a fall. Shots out. His EXO has, of course, been stunned there. Picks up the flag. He wasn't going anywhere, though, as there are a lot of these Integral players on the defense here. Hopi, while stunned, still trying to make a move. He's got the flag in hand, but Bundo picking up the 2-piece there. He's gone 6 for 9. Not too many kills to his name. In fact, he's at the bottom of the scoreboard for his team, but no doubt he's going to be in a position he needs to be when the time comes. Vileside are the only one left alive for Integral there for a moment, so no doubt we're expecting a big push from Avant-Garde.
You might notice, an experienced player would notice, Vileside actually pushed the wrong side of the set, and he made all those players spawn on IN as they were pushing forward, so they really were unlucky to sort of have their teammate there do that to them, and if they don't get away with the flag here, and they actually get a flag against them, that's going to be a really, really bad play.
Yeah, and Vileside are able to capitalize off those plays here. They do, of course, need to get their flag returned. So both players with the flags in their respective bases. Vileside are looking like he's got a lot of support here, as opposed to the AV squad, where their flag carriers kind of just held up the back, sending their teams on the attack with 5 seconds left on the clock. It doesn't look like anyone is going to be able to cap here in the half, so it's going to end there at 0 apiece. You can't get a closer CTF than that when they both had flags out of their base at the half.
Yeah, I really thought if one person got a flag and they actually eventually got the cap, then we'd start seeing a load of caps. They're playing pretty defensively, both teams now, but I thought once one started, the other team would have to play more aggressively, and then it'll start opening up and we'd start seeing the flag captures obviously rise, and we haven't seen that yet. This is going to be a big half for Avant. This is called tournament lifeline on the line, basically.
Of course, if Integral do take out this game, they will be facing XSIG in losers bracket round 3, the third qualifying spot for the Call of Duty World Championship presented by Xbox. In the meantime, though, the game's not over yet. We're going to be following Quins here in the second half of this CTF on retreat. He's rocking the bow, and he was just taken out. There's Kui able to get the kills on him. 12 for 8. Kui's on the 2-point streak, going down this pool side. As you've mentioned, probably the best side for these guys to make a run. It seems that AV are the guys who are capitalizing off that the most. Would you say that it's Integral's, I suppose it's to Integral's dismay that they're not taking that lane?
Yeah, well, as I said, Kui would be that person. He's very much similar to the role we have in Mindfreak of Buzzin', and so that's their job, is to sort of control it for everyone else, so everyone else can play their own game. They don't have to worry about that. And I'd say they're playing it a little bit better. The score may be 0-0, but I'd say they're winning most of this map, just not on the scoreboard.
We've got Quins here from Integral, and while we've got him as he's rocking that IMR, we might actually go to a listen-in, so we're going to do that right now.
I got this. Good trade.
Nice. I'm looking spar,
Run with me.
We
We got spar. Run with me.
I got away. Nothing away.
Nice,
Top,
boys.
middle.
Seriously.
Top warning now. Pushing.
Guys, on it. Back doubles. Doubles dead. Put that in.
Double here.
Stop dubs. Watch your back. Kill dubs. I'm stunned. There's 2 here.
Run it in now.
One shot.
I got that. Slay.
Let's go.
Slay out. Hope you indeed.
Let's go, boys!
Looking for Hopi.
Nice,
I'm
dude.
here with you.
Hopi,
Top warning.
Ben off spawn.
Oh my god!
All off spawn. Push up pool.
Your
That's
foot
it.
touches the ceiling, Kui!
Looking for Kui and Dean. Cut. Rotated.
I'm going in.
Stack on me. Look over my jump up.
Jump up now. Cut down.
Bottom
One
out.
down bottom.
They got me pull.
Bottom gym.
Look at
Everyone
Dean.
rotate hard.
Just stay alive.
He's in our bar.
Yeah,
Two in our bar.
Baby's pulling.
Where are they
Yeah.
pulling that, man?
I don't know.
Go and pull. 3 minutes.
We can get this. We can read this.
This guy in middle, Benno. He's got trophy.
2 in there, bottom out. He rotated.
Yeah,
Let's go, boys.
With a... Oh, clutch. Oh my god. Rotate.
It's 50. Let's
Look
go.
for Kui and Dean. Just rotate.
Rotate, guys. Rotate.
Let's go.
Hashtag.
Dane, being a detriment in China.
I got.
Don't get desperate now, boys.
I got
Come on.
spar.
I spawned Jim.
Yeah, go pull. And I feel like, bottom
Spawn out,
up.
C2.
I don't feel like,
Double.
Doubles, back doubles, dude.
On doubles. Nice.
Doubles as well.
In pillar.
Pull rock. He's weak.
Chasing him, pillar. I need help.
Dub.
Oh, I just one
Stun
person.
him.
Where's Paul Rock?
I don't know. Stun him though.
It's X1. X1 backed out to Paul. Just stay alive. Oh my god.
Pull the flag.
Let's go, boys.
Yeah.
No. Let's go. Jump up.
Yeah, I'm coming in.
Dean, jump up.
Dean, pick me. Stay alive.
Two China right now.
Pull.
What's that?
Going
Kui
far.
on. Top warning.
Kui better
Far
on
up
happy.
pull.
Kui's pushing hard. Kui's pushing hard. C2.
Pull and doubles.
He top doubles.
Yeah,
Big
top
kill,
doubles.
dudes. Back down.
Last guy back like him.
Dead.
Laying in the corner, typical.
Hope he's around.
Wait, top doubles.
Hope he's around.
I'll get him. I'll get
I got Paul.
I got double doubles.
Get Hope.
Rotate my Paul, please.
We're looking for Hobie. Dane's here.
Let's stay.
Hope's at the back.
Stairs.
Cave.
I got Paul.
Nice work, dude.
One minute.
Let's
Go.
go.
See one
Let's
dart.
abuse this. Let's go back. Help me pull.
Back ring.
I spawned though.
Oh,
Dude.
Kui, I've got a better bow shot, bro. In cut.
Go pull.
Let's go, boys.
Cut.
Front pull down.
Nice, good work.
2.
Clear it up.
Look
I got
at
middle.
Dean.
Oh my
God, where's the
Three down. Let's fucking pull this
Where's
shit.
the Kapaja? Let's go.
Hoppy, they're
I
choking
got
hard.
tails. Oh, he's up on the
This
stairs.
has turned into a very exciting and especially entertaining match here. That listen in from Integral was amazing. They are ahead here in this half, 1-0. They're about to make it 2-0. And at this stage of the game, with 1 minute 15 left, I don't know if these guys from AV are going to be able to answer back. And Integral do finish this off 2-0. That's going to be game 3 to them, game 4 rather. But the third game in this series, a best of 5 means they're going to be winning and going through to our losers bracket round 3 up against XSIG.
Yeah, a big noticing is obviously you listen to that listen in and it sounded obviously entertaining. It sounded like we're at a football match or something, and then you heard Avant and we're in the library really. It was really quiet. They weren't really hyped up or anything, and you obviously heard Bundo and Quincy talk a bit of smack, and it was really funny to actually hear. But they're so close, and now it's 1-2, so with 40 seconds left.
With all that said, Naked, hope he got the cap, and now he's going to be going for another one. He's going to be facing a couple players.
Ooh.
He picks up the big kill on Quins there, and Vilesider was able to shut that down, also get the return. But you can look at this, it is very, very scrappy, but they need to watch themselves. The crazy pulls are coming out from the guys from AV. They want to stay in this, and indeed they need to stay in this for their shot to stay in the Call of Duty World Championships Asia Pacific Regional Final. Whether they can do it or not with 10 seconds left, I don't know. Kui does have the flag in hand. He needs to stay alive. He's rocking that bell, but the player's going to be shutting him down. Hoju now has a flag in hand as well, and look at this. It's going to be all wrapped up. 2 points to 1 to Integral. Integral are going to take out losers bracket round 2, eliminating Avant-Garde. They're now going ahead to take on the New Zealand team of XSIG for that last qualifying spot. These guys, whoever wins that series, is going to be meeting MF, and of course, the guys from Exile 5 T1. They're going to be our top 3 teams. They do have their LA ticket though, those teams, whoever makes it through, but obviously still a bit more action ahead of us. And this next series is no doubt going to be one of the most entertaining. Our last spot, Naked.
Yeah, well, I've never personally played in this position. We've always gone through first, so this is going to be one of the worst matches you'll ever play for that wise. Obviously, if you win, it's a great feeling, but knowing if you lose, you got that close. You have Billy, who's broken his 5th place curse. Kyle, who would love the 3rd place curse this year. So he'd won 3rd the last 2 years, so this might be the year that 3rd is pays off, really.
Considering how strong the guys from Avant-Garde looked at the beginning of this series, again, they basically handed out the spanking in that hard point going into the S&D. Like, I didn't expect the guys from Integral to come back, but they did. From 3-0 down, they ended up winning 6-4. Then going into the uplink, they took that, and then CTF, I just didn't expect them to get it, but Integral just really strong, and before you know it, Avant-Garde being eliminated.
Yeah, well, if we look at the scoreboard, it was pretty well round. Obviously, besides Vilesider, who did get the original cap for the team, we thought that might have been the only cap of the game. They were doing really, really well. Bundo, again, positive every game, so stand out for consistency would have been Bundo from them. Quincy got some major, major kills in that last game, but I think Avant won't be very happy with that one. They're one of the teams that very well could have taken this whole competition. So it just shows how close and competitive this year has really been for our scene. It's obviously stepped up year after year for us.
It's been an amazing scene this year. So commiserations to Avant-Garde. Congratulations to Integral, who will be going through once again to face XSIG, the New Zealand squad, for that last spot in the Call of Duty Championships over in LA. So with that said, we're going to go with a quick commercial break. Once we're back, we'll be back with that losers bracket round 3 game. Don't you go anywhere.